Okay, here we are, lesson 56 of ACES. We're doing our intensive class. So welcome to lesson 56. Don't forget to subscribe and also to, to click on or tap on the bell. I never say it in English. So we're going to do our regular translations of sentences, but the explanations and questions will be in English today. So thanks for being here. Okay. Eu vou voltar amanhã. Eu vou voltar amanhã. Eliane?
I'm going back tomorrow. A primeira coisa que eu pensei até errado. Não, ele fala assim.
Okay. We have a verb. We have a phrasal verb that is to back up. What does back up mean?
Back up.
Okay, back up. Dahe. Or what?
Oh no, or nothing.
Well, no, there's like apoyar, right? I've got your back, I'll back you up, right? So that's what we're doing, right? So that's another for to back up, another of the phrasal verb, two meanings of the phrasal verb to back up. So I'm going to come back
Tomorrow.
to back up.
To back up, aí ó.
Andar pra trás?
Yeah.
Tipo,
Or to have someone's back. What is to have someone's back?
Apoiar.
Apoyar, yeah. I got you.
She's my backup.
She's my backup, yeah. Good. Especially in police TV shows, police movies, I'll call for backup, right? The people that come to help. Okay, so to back up. So to come back. I can always use come back in a sentence like this. Yes or no? I can always say come back. No. So what are some situations where I can't use come back? Sophia?
Poderia usar I'm coming back.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Portuguese except when I want to.
Could I use I'm coming back?
I'm coming back, okay, yeah. So, what's, I'm going to come back, future, I'm coming back, can also be future, or it could be something already that we're talking about now. So yes, it could be I'm coming back. But what about the verb? So, what I mean to ask is, can I always use the verb come back? What if so what's the other verb for come back? What's another way I can say come back? There's a way that is a little bit more formal. How do you say devolver? To return. Okay, so return is a little bit more formal way to say come back. Now, so let's look at my situation. Let's say in 2021, I'm going to take a group to Seattle, because I'm going to. Let's go to Seattle, 2021, okay? July of 2021, I'm going to take a group to Seattle and Vancouver.
I'm still going.
So when I say, can I say I'm coming back to Seattle?
No.
No, why? Because of this. According to Barbara, it's because of this. Why can't I say, I'm coming back to Seattle? Am I not returning to Seattle? I'm from Seattle. I've been to Seattle a couple of times. What do I say? Because, and this is the thing, this is key. Coming back is where you are. If I say I'm coming back, it has to be I'm coming back to Palmas, I'm coming back to Brazil, I'm coming back to South America, I'm coming back to Earth if I'm leaving Earth, right? It has to be where you are. So what do I say if I'm returning to somewhere that is not here? That's when I say, I'm going back to Seattle. And that's where we change this verb to going when we return to somewhere that is not where we are when we're speaking. If I say, when do you come back, it's understood that it's either Palmas, Tocantins, Brazil, South America, Earth, because there are some people that we talk to that seem like they're on Mars. Now, the nice thing about return, so we have to come back and to go back. The nice thing about return is that it works for everything. It doesn't matter. It can be return here, return there, return anywhere. But return is more formal. What happens? There's a reason. Anybody remember what I say are the three worst things about English? What are the three worst things? First, pronunciation. Second, prepositions. Third, phrasal verbs. Why? Because we have a phrasal verb going back, go back, or come back is more difficult to remember than return, but we use it about 5 times as much. It's harder, but and especially when we have like to get up, when we have phrasal verbs with get, almost always there is an easier verb than to get whatever, but we use the phrasal verb, and that's why phrasal verbs are number 3, because we use them more than we use the easier verbs. Why? That's something to do with our brains and linguistics, and not something for this class. It's not an applied linguistic, it's more of a theoretical linguistic type of a question. Okay? So, to come, to go, we can also use I'll be back tomorrow, and usually be back is also back here. So we almost always use be back in the same way that we use come back. So I'll come back tomorrow, voltarei amanhã. I'll be back tomorrow, estarei de volta amanhã. So it's the same thing. You can say it either way in Portuguese, and you can say it either way in English. I'll be back. Voltarei em breve. Alessio, voltarei em breve. Eu vou deixar você decidir aonde você está voltando. Se é aqui ou outro lugar.
I'll be back. Em breve.
Do you remember? Logo ou em breve? Eliana? Soon. Soon. I'll be back soon. So, soon, em breve, logo. What's the difference if I say fast? I'll be back fast. Rápido, rapidamente, literalmente, right? Rapidamente. What's the difference between fast and quickly? What does quickly mean? Rapidamente. Okay? So, what's something interesting that's happening? Quickly, rapidamente, fast, rápido, or rapidamente. What's happening? What do we see happening in English and in Portuguese? Is that we are starting to use more adjectives as adverbs. Most people don't say, he eats quickly. What do most people say? He eats fast. Right? In Portuguese, we don't say, ele come rapidamente. Ele come rápido. Rápido é adjetivo, não advérbio. Deveria ser rapidamente. But in both languages, we can see how. So before, I believe, I have to research this, but it seems to me that fast probably was only an adjective, but it became used so often that now fast is accepted as an adverb. I ate fast is correct. It is now correct as an adverb and an adjective. What else is happening? What's slow? What does slow mean? Devagar. Can I say I eat slow? Right? The correct is slowly, but more and more people are saying I eat slow. I believe in about 1 or 2 generations, slow will be like fast, where it was only an adverb. I believe in 5 generations that we will not use adverbs anymore. I think we will only use adjectives as adverbs because that's the way it's going. That's the way it went with quickly and fast. That's the way it's going with slow and slowly. If you pay attention to TV series, to movies, if you travel and pay attention to Canadians and American speaking, you will notice that they say slow more than they say slowly. With many of these adverbs that have ly, many people cut the ly and use just the adjective. Because really it doesn't matter. If I say I eat slow or I eat slowly, it's not, you understand it 100%. It doesn't change. Okay, so that's the difference. Fast, so because of that, nowadays, if you talk about sports, there's a difference between someone who is quick and someone who is fast. Neymar is quick and fast. Quick means burst, means first steps. Quick. Fast is continuing. So if you're fast, if you are quick, you're quick in the first 5 meters. If you're fast, you're fast in 100 meters, basically. So there's because now we have these two that mean basically the same thing. Now in sports and those kinds of things, there's starting to be a difference between fast and quick.
Nowadays means nos dias atuais.
Yes, nos dias atuais. You can say nowadays. You can say currently. You can say these days. Nowadays, these days.
When I'm talking about runner, I use fast, not quick.
Quick, right? So this is the second thing. Quick is also an adjective. So if I say he is quick, that means in the first few yards, first couple meters. If I say quickly, then I say he runs quickly, because then it's an adverb. And that's the difference. Our regular, so fast is an irregular adverb, I explained why. Our regular adverbs have ly, which means they have to modify the verb. I can't say he is quickly, I have to say he is quick. He runs quickly.
But okay, but my question is, when I'm talking about a runner, the important is to be fast and not quick.
It depends. If it's 100 meters, you can say probably quick.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where the line is, but in most races, you want to be fast instead of quick, especially if it's like 1,000 meters. Being quick doesn't help. If you're quick, doesn't matter. You need to be fast because you need to continue that speed. Good question. Okay, algo é melhor do que nada. Algo é melhor do que nada. I'll help. Good is better, right? Is better.
Than nothing? Or anything? I don't know.
Nothing or anything?
Nothing.
Why? Why nothing and not anything?
Anything se usa como justificação.
Yes.
Is there a negative here?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Now, I can complicate it. I can say something is not better than. I mean, you risk even changing the meaning a little bit. So, yeah, because we don't have a previous negative. Something's better than nothing. Alessio, tem 5 pessoas na minha família.
I have 5 people in my family.
Very good. Close, almost perfect. How do you say pessoa in English?
Sua.
Pessoa. João Pessoa.
People.
People é o quê? Pessoas. Ana Carolina, how do you say pessoa?
Person.
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 So what does people mean? Alessio, what does people mean? People is plural. Remember, it's very hard to remember, but people is plural. It's irregular. It's an irregular plural. Is there ever a time where we will say peoples?
Yes.
You ruined my punchline.
Fine.
Yes, we do say peoples in 2 situations. O dinheiro do povo. Or, so if we have a possessive, where we're talking pessoas, das pessoas, or if we have povo, indigenous, I don't know how to spell indigenous peoples. So in Brazil there are many peoples, não pessoas, mas povos.
Povos.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Bible we have it a lot.
Good. You're correct. But those are the only situations.
Ao invés de usar I have 5 persons in my family, eu poderia usar.
I'm sorry?
Could I use there is 5?
That's close. That's going to be the next part. So this is very good. I have 5 people. Why can I not? I can't say have 5 people in my family. Why? Why can't I say have 5 people in my family? That's one of the things that I most hear from my students that are in the basic. They say have 5 people in my family.
Are you in the boss?
Why?
The mark is 1 because of 15
You said 40, didn't you?
minutes. 40? Okay, so 40.
Is that right? 30 or 40?
No, 9:30.
9:30?
Yeah, it's right there.
Thanks.
Manage.
I saw it, I just forgot that it was there.
So that's not really much important, the walls.
Okay, so I forgot what I said. Now pode dizer I have. Ok, pode dizer I have, mas não pode dizer have. Porque tem que ter o que está possuindo. Nessa frase, perfeito, pode ser. Agora, tem é de existir. So we want it's existir. We don't ever have. Have in English does not equal existir. So it could be there are 5 people, right? There is 1 person, there are 5 people. In my family, it's the other way you can say it. Which is more directly, it fits more directly, but it's the same meaning if you say I have. Okay, so if I say, há 5 pessoas aqui. Brini.
There are 5 people here.
There are 5 people here. Havia 5 pessoas aqui. There were.
Can I ask you a question? May I?
Of course.
Is it true also? Is it like 100% true that, can I say this, that in English, I always need a subject, like, or can it, or I, or,
No,
it's really hard to not.
90% of the time.
90%, right?
But because we have the imperative, stop,
Oh, yeah,
what's the subject? Right? Or if I'm giving directions, go left, what's the subject?
yeah, the imperatives, but like
Imperative,
even
yeah.
rain has a subject.
Right,
Unfortunately,
No,
we
that's
don't
why I
have-
said 90% of the time, you have to have a subject, especially if you have the verb to be, like we always talk about. My
Yeah.
green pen, my green marker is because of it, because we always forget it. Yes, 90% of the time, but the imperative does mess with our 100%.
All right.
Okay, so there is a, singular, was, havia, singular, there are, a, singular. When I was learning Portuguese, I was trying to say há três pessoas aqui, right? Because it's plural, there are, it's plural, it should be hão. So, a, plural, there are, havia, plural word. There haviam, haviam três pessoas. Não, eu vou começar a falar isso, porque faz muito sentido na minha cabeça. Haviam. Até quando você falou, eu pensei, oh, não. Alright, so,
Mas
there
para
was.
te tranquilizar, muitos brasileiros fazem isso.
Muito.
Então,
Sim.
ignoria.
Sim, a minoria não faz.
É por isso que eu falo, vai lá, compra 3 pão pra mim. Porque muitos aqui falam fazem. Ok, eu vou mudar de ideia, mudar os planos.
Só mudar os planos?
Aham. Let's look at 3 mudanças. 3, well, I don't want to say changes because I don't want to put that in your head, but I just did. So, 3 mudanças. Mudar os planos. Eliane?
To change. I don't know, my planes,
Good.
my planes.
Planes não.
Plane.
Mudar de aviões. Plans.
Plans.
Add de apple. Everybody, plans.
Plans.
To change my plans.
To change my plans.
To change your plans.
To change your plans.
A change of plans.
Yeah.
Okay, so the verb to change my plans, to change, you can say to change plans, but usually we put the possessive adjective, change your plans, to change, he changed his plans, or the noun would be a change of plans. We've had a change of plans. We've had a change of plans. Tivemos uma mudança de planos. Mudar de ideia.
Change your mind.
Good. To change one's mind.
Mind.
Or to change your mind, to change his mind. Most of the time, the verbs in Portuguese that are reflexive are not reflexive in English. This is one that is reflexive. Even this is one that's weird because it's not reflexive in Portuguese and it is in English, right? Ele se mudou de ideia.
No.
Right? Thank you. I know, that's what I'm giving the example. No!
I'm just interacting.
So, in English, we change, it's reflective. Because I can change my mind, or I can change Alessio's mind, right? I changed his mind. Eu mudei. Okay, so either we change our own, or he changes his own, or I change yours, I change hers, I change theirs. So to change one's mind, I've changed my mind. Mudar de assunto. I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
To change.
Anyone who gets this one will have my admiration. That's it.
Subject.
Mudar o sujeito. So subject is sujeito or assunto. Or what else is subject? One more thing that's subject. I study English. It's my favorite subject. Matéria. E para não ser o assunto da aula, é a matéria.
Quais são as três opções?
Assunto, matéria, sujeito.
Are you gonna say something else?
Sorry?
Are you gonna say something
Nope.
else? Can I say switch subjects?
Switch subjects, yeah. Change subjects or switch subjects. Switch. What's the difference between switch and trade? Not much. Switch, trade. Switch, trade, and exchange. Switch, trade, or exchange, they're synonyms. Now, what about change and exchange? Anybody know the difference between change and exchange? Do you?
Sure. Well, to exchange, you need two ends of something.
Okay.
And to change, not necessarily.
What does exchange mean?
Mean.
To trade or to switch. But trade, but you can't always substitute switch with trade. Like to change, switch subjects, you can't say to trade subjects.
Yeah, only if you have a subject and I have a subject, we're going to
Yeah,
trade that
trade,
subject.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Switch.
no, you can't. There are certain situations, yeah, where you can. Okay, here's my example. Okay, so I'm going to change this marker. Okay, ta-da! I changed the marker.
Nobody saw that.
I'm going. I don't know if they can see it. I'm going to here. I'm going to exchange this marker. Give me that one. Okay, thank you. You're not a very good assistant. So exchange, that's why money exchange, right? Where I don't take my money and go, presto vamos, real é $1. No, I exchange it. I give something, I get something. That's the difference between change and exchange. But trade, switch, and exchange can be synonyms. Like you said, you can't always use both or all, any of the three, but in most cases they're synonyms. Não me diga. Não acredito, não me diga. No way. What does no way literally mean? Cabelo?
Caminho.
Oh, caminho, yes. What are the meanings of way? Caminho, jeito. So if I say, walk this way, then desse jeito, right? So walk this way, caminho desse jeito, right this way. Right this way. Escreva desse jeito. Okay? Caminho, jeito, direção, até pode ser traduzido como direção. Go that way. Vá naquela direção. So, no way, literally, sem jeito. Sem jeito. And it can be, I don't believe it, no way. Or you say, get down on your knees and clean the floor. And I say, no way. Aí, literalmente, sem de jeito nenhum. Good. De jeito nenhum. Ou sem jeito. Se não tem nenhum jeito, é sem jeito. Né? Depois de amanhã. So how do you say amanhã? Se alguém errar essa, depois de todas as vezes que eu já falei, eu vou mandar durante o intervalo assistir o vídeo, que eu vou colocar lá em cima à direita, se eu lembrar, que é os períodos do dia. Amanhã, Alessio, thank you. Alessio, ontem.
Yesterday.
Thank you.
There's a song for every one of them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's my idea was eventually to have a DJ that plays songs during the whole thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. Okay. Now, anteontem. And depois de amanhã.
There's the day after, I guess.
The day
Before, yes. No.
Day before tomorrow.
Good. After.
Yeah.
Good. Anteontem.
Wait a second. The day before yesterday?
The day before yesterday is. No, the day after yesterday. What's the day after yesterday? It's today!
The day before yesterday. The day after
Before yesterday, after tomorrow.
Okay. The day after tomorrow. Até eu coloquei isso num dos exercícios, você vai ver, tem. What's another way to say the day after yesterday? Today. The day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow. And the thing that's important here, what is important here? Notice, what if I say, anteontem, if I say, I want to see you after tomorrow. I will call you after tomorrow. What does it mean in English? No, after tomorrow. Se eu traduzir ao pé da letra, I'm going to call you after tomorrow. What does it mean? Depois de amanhã. Qualquer dia pode ser daqui ano. Se não for the day, é só depois de amanhã. Qualquer dia depois de amanhã. Mesma coisa, the day before yesterday. Se eu falar, I did it before yesterday. It could be a year ago. If it's not the day. Okay, so in Portuguese, when I learned Portuguese, depois de amanhã, eu ficava, mas quando? Porque para nós você está deixando aberto depois de amanhã. O dia depois de amanhã, o dia anteontem. And last, but definitely not least,
Nunca ouvi essa palavra.
I know, right? That's why I added it. Because it's, my mom says
Is
it.
it use it?
Oh, my mom says it every day.
Oh, yeah, that's super mom and grandma's.
Okay.
Monica.
We have an extremely useful verb for fazer coisas na rua. Dar pulinho para o banco, para o supermercado, para os correios. And I have no idea why. This is one of the strangest words in English. I haven't looked it up. I need to see what the etymology is to figure out where in the hell it came from. But to run errands. To run errands. Dar pulinho, fazer coisas na rua, coisas rapidinhas,
Então não necessariamente só fazer compra.
coisas chatas.
Resolver coisas na rua, basicamente.
Yep. And you can say, I have, so someone says, let's go have lunch. I'm sorry, I have errands. And you can even say, I have errands to run. I have errands, or I have errands to run. Or I have to run errands.
Vamos pro
Oh,
break?
one second.
Ok, depois que eu terminar, a gente vai pro break.
Errands
seria
No,
você
seriously,
a
just one
tradução
second.
de errands.
Huh? What?
Você a tradução de errands.
Coisinhas na rua. There is no, it's one of those, it's an expression. You can't say like,
Yeah.
when I learned Portuguese and somebody said, someone said, obrigado, eu disse, não, foi por querer mesmo. Não fui obrigado, eu fiz por querer, right? It's an expression, you can't translate directly. Thank you very much for being here. We will be back. Actually, I will be posting the next lesson as well. I will put it up and to the left, to the right, to your left, your right, my left. I will be putting it up there. Also check out our other classes. I will put the other classes that we have here that are mostly in English as well. I will put the playlist there. Don't forget to se inscrever. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the sininho, the bell, little bell. And check out other stuff and share it with your friends and do whatever you want, but also comment. That's fun. Thanks. Until next time, I'm Teacher Willy. Keep studying and don't give up.
Tinkerbell.
Teacher.
Yeah, because in Portuguese, sininho.